In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best cards right now in Season 8 in NBA 2K25 Myteam on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 65 of the best cards currently in Myteam. These are going to be the best of the best. I've obviously done each position, so if you guys want to go watch those tier lists to see the best point guards in the game, the best shooting guards, the best small forwards, you can check out those tier lists, but these are all of the best cards combined on one single tier list here in Season 8, and we're going to start with probably one of the best cards in this entire game, in GOAT Michael Beasley. I mean, this card is 6'9" at shooting guard, so has an extremely good height and player build at the shooting guard position. He's got 40 legend badges, of course. He's a GOAT card. He's got 99 every single stat. And then animations wise, has my personal favorite jump shot in this entire game. I think it's the best release in the game, but that's obviously a personal preference. And he does have the best SIGs. He's got the Pro 2 fade. He's got a really good motion style. And Michael Beasley is for sure a top 5 card in this game. Gotta throw Michael Beasley at least in the S tier category. Talking about 100 overall Tim Duncan. If I'm being honest, it's a little bit too early to rank a card like Tim Duncan, because if you look at the rest of the tier list, guys, I'm telling you, it's like the best of the best cards. So Tim Duncan is still a very viable and good power forward. And of course, I don't feel like I have to say this, but to remind people that these are the best cards in the game. So there is not a single bad card necessarily on this tier list. There's just going to be better cards than others. And I almost want to put Tim Duncan in D tier, but I think for now, he's going to be in the C tier category. GOAT LeBron, again, one of the few best cards in this entire game. I feel like LeBron is the new best point guard. He's 6'9" at that point guard position with a 7-foot wingspan, 250 pounds, and LeBron's got that crazy good player build. His animations are insane. He's got the best SIGs in the game. He's got one of the best jump shots in the game with the patty base, Colin Sexton upper on very quick with the Pro 2 fade. It's the same jump shot that Invincible Bob Pettit has, GOAT Hakeem has, and a couple other cards in this game, and it's one of the fastest and best 3-hunting jump shots in this entire game. So to have that on a LeBron card who is amazing defensively, gets some of the best slashing and rim running animations, you got to throw GOAT LeBron at least in the S tier category. Invincible Wemby though, also feel like has to be an S. One of the best cards in this entire game at the power forward or center position. He's 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan. You give Wemby a great jump shot, best SIGs in the game, 99 every single stat. He's of course going to be one of the best cards. His animations are unbelievably good. Talking about Invincible Shea, this is where I might go B to A. He's a really good point guard. I kind of want to go A tier for Shea because I'm huge on this card. I think he's amazing offensively. I love this card's jump shot, one of the best jump shots in the game, but we have to be honest, he's not an S tier card, and I think honestly he might drop down to B tier later in the tier list, but for now, gonna throw Shea in A. I feel like you have to put GOAT Tyrese Halliburton also in the A tier category, because again, he's not a top tier point guard, mainly due to size, but if you look at the animations, he's 6'5" at point guard, but he has the same jump shot that Beasley has. He has the best SIGs in the game with the Pro 2 fade, so he's a 6'5" point guard with the best jump shot and the best SIGs in Myteam. You got to be at least A tier for sure, and probably a better point guard than Shea, just because of the dribble SIGs and does have a debatably better jump shot, so both these point guards are going to be an A tier. Invincible Zach Edey, again, another card that is probably high A. Now, it's like two completely different positions, Tyrese Halliburton to Zach Edey. Obviously, Zach Edey is a whole foot taller, but he's at the center position. He doesn't have the best SIGs in the game, and he doesn't have a super fast jump shot. And again, I don't think Zach Edey is like the upper echelon center in this game. He's very good. He is at least high A tier, but I don't think you could put Zach Edey in the S tier category. Dark Matter Dikembe, that's where I'll probably go like C to B. I do think Dikembe is a little bit better than Tim Duncan. His size, his wingspan, his player build, his jump shot is honestly better in my opinion as well, at least when it comes to the catch and shoot. So I do like Tim Duncan. I like Dikembe a little bit more than Tim Duncan. GOAT AK-47. I know a lot of people say he's one of the best point guards in the game, and he probably is. He's really good defensively. He's 6'9" at point guard. I think him and Braun are probably two of the best point guards in this entire game. Big Z, a really good power forward card who can also play center at a very high level. He's more of a power forward to me just because of the dribble SIGs on this card. If you wanted to play him at power forward or center, you could 100% do that. Just with the SIGs this card has and how fast of a jump shot he has, he can play the power forward position at a huge advantage on the offensive end because of his size, being 7'3" at power forward, but also having those SIGs and that really fast jump shot can really catch your opponents off guard. Now, talking about Invincible Jokic, this is where I honestly don't think Jokic is an S tier card anymore. Again, A tier is some of the best cards in this entire game, without a doubt, but I don't think Jokic is like a top 3 point guard. So for that reason, gonna have to throw Jokic in A tier. Talking about 100 overall Larry Bird, I mean, he's a good card, probably like B tier at the highest, but I honestly might move some of these cards down. I know this is going to seem a little bit crazy. I'm going to drop Shea and Tyrese Halliburton down to B tier because they're not on the same level as Jokic, and I'm going to drop Dikembe down with Larry Bird into the C tier category. Go Kevin Durant. Again, another really tough decision. Is KD that upper echelon at shooting guard, or is he kind of A tier? I'm going to go KD and S for now, but he might drop down to A tier. There's so many good cards in this game, but of course Kevin Durant, one of the few best shooting guards. I think LaMelo is kind of in that point guard too right now. It's not obviously just going to be point guards, but these seem to be like three similar point guards, at least in level. They maybe have different jump shots and do different things slightly, but they're all pretty much the same at the point guard position. Goat Sean Bradley. I mean, this is a 7'6" center card who can also play power forward with an amazing jump shot and has the best sigs in the game with the Garland dribble style, the Steve Francis size up, the Curry escape, the trade behind the back, the Zach LaVine moving step back with the best motion style, the best fade in the game, and has an elite level jump shot. How can you not put this card, who is 7'6" and can play power forward, in the S tier category? He has to be one of the few best cards in this entire game. Jason Tatum, realistically, he's actually not a bad card. I'm going to go C tier for Jason Tatum. I think Goat Dirk has to also be an S. To me, he's the best small forward in my team. He's 7 foot with a perfect jump shot, has the best sigs in the game. I mean, he's a 7 foot small forward. You gotta value and factor in height. When all of these cards in the upper echelon tier have the same sigs, have the same jump shot, what does it come down to? It comes down to the height, the player build, and that is exactly what Dirk Nowitzki has at the small forward position. Invincible Magic, again, kind of going to be in that point guard tier so far. Again, it's not going to just be point guards, but he's not as good as Jokic. I don't think he's as good of a card as Big Z or Zach Edey, but I would say he's a little bit better than the cards that we have in C tier. Talking about Goat Shaq, I mean, this is a hard card to rank. Do you put Shaq in S? Do you put Shaq in A? I don't want to just put every single card in S, but I mean, it's hard to not really put Shaq up there. But is he better than Zach Edey? Is he better than Big Z? I don't know. I mean, Big Z's got a better jump shot in my opinion. The sigs, I mean, Shaq I guess does have better sigs. We'll throw Goat Shaq in the S tier category for now. I'm going to say Kawhi, Invincible Kawhi, is probably D. Again, not to say that Kawhi is a bad card necessarily. He is great defensively. He has a really good jump shot in the catch and shoot. But compared to the best cards in this game, there's going to have to be a couple cards in D. And I think Kawhi is one of the weaker cards on this tier list. Talking about Goat Kareem, again, another card that you kind of have to put in S. I mean, it's hard not to put these cards in S. Is he better than Zach Edey? Is he better than Big Z? That's kind of the comparison I'm trying to make. And I feel like because of the SIGs and the legend badges, you have to put him in S tier just because of those SIGs and those, and his jump shot being really good. Ron Artest is a bit better than Kawhi. I'm going to throw Ron Artest in C tier. Go Kyrie Irving. Gonna have to be in D. He's a really fun point guard to use, but he's only 6'2", and in July, that's just not gonna cut it. There's so many tall point guards in the game. I mean, what's the shortest point guard we talked about? 6'5" Tyrese Halliburton, but he's got the best sigs and the best jump shot. And the rest of the point guards are at least 6'6", 6'7", 6'9", 6'11", right? LeBron and AK, both 6'9" as well. So you kind of have to be tall in this game to be a top tier point guard in July. So I do think Kyrie Irving is going to be in D tier. Invincible Bob Pettit, one of the best small forwards in this game, but I don't think he's going to be any higher than A. There's a couple better small forwards. Dirk, I think, is a little bit better. Kevin Garnett, we'll talk about here in a second, I do think is a little bit better as well. But of course, Bob Pettit, because of his jump shot, the same one that LeBron does have, is one of the best jumpers, and he's one of the best offensive small forwards in this entire game. Brian Scalabrine, I'm also going to throw an A very good small forward card. I'm not a huge fan of his jump shot with the Patty base and the Oscar upper. It's the same jump shot that Chris Webber has and a couple other cards as well. To me, I'm just not a huge fan of it, but obviously he's still a very, very good card. Rudy Gay, I'm going to go B tier. He's an amazing card. I think Rudy Gay is great at shooting guard. He's got a good jump shot. He's got good sigs, but the cards in A to me are just going to be a little bit better. Tracy McGrady on the same tier as Rudy Gay. Both these cards are great at the shooting guard position. T-Mac is almost perfect, as it comes. I think his jump shot could be a little bit better, but I do really like Tracy McGrady at the shooting guard spot. Goat Hakeem, I'm going to go A. I think this Hakeem card is incredibly good, and you could consider him an S, but we have to keep some cards out of S. We can't have, every single GOAT card and every single top tier card in S. There kind of has to be a little bit of a difference. And would I take Hakeem over Wemby? Would I take Hakeem over Sean Bradley or Dirk or Shaq or Kareem? And I would say probably not. Now, I think him and Shaq is a close argument to be made. And if I'm being honest, I think I might drop Shaq down into A because I think him and Hakeem are closer on a level, in my personal opinion. So we're going to drop those cards down into A. Michael Jordan, Call Me Crazy, is B tier. I think MJ, again, is a really good card. All these cards in B, I think, are some of the best and most fun and really good offensive point guards. Just with MJ, he's only 6'6", and he doesn't have that great of a jump shot compared to the other point guards higher than him. And to me, Shea's honestly just on the same level, because Shea is also 6'6". Shea maybe doesn't have the tray behind the back and the Zach LaVine moving step back, but he's got a lot better of a jump shot compared to MJ. And to me, that is very, very valuable. Talking about Kazi Russell, he's going to be low on this tier list just because he's only 6'5", but this card does have an elite level jump shot. He does have the best SIGs in the game, so you got to put Kazi Russell somewhere, at least in the C tier category. I would say go Wilt Chamberlain, also going to be in high A very good power forward card, has amazing SIGs, of course, has a really good jump shot, but is he that upper echelon card in S? I'm going to say no, and going to be an A tier. Kristaps Porzingis also going to be an A, 7'2" at power forward. He's got a really good jump shot. He could use a little bit better of SIGs, but I do think Kristaps is going to be an A. Kevin Garnett, another tough decision to be made, because is he the best small forward? No, I think that's Dirk Nowitzki, but he's number 2, and I think for being number 2, you're going to be an S tier. So for me, going to throw GOAT KG in the S tier category. Richard Jefferson, he's a good shooting guard. I'm going to throw him in C tier. Even though he's only a dark matter, he's a really great card. He's got an amazing jump shot, the same release that invincible Nikola Jokic has. He's just missing a size up, but everything else is amazing on this Richard Jefferson card. Adam Morrison, one of the best 2 guards in this entire game. A little bit worse than KD, a little bit worse than Michael Beasley, but has to be at least A tier. He is amazing at that shooting guard position. Cedric Maxwell, I'm going to go either high C or low B. To be honest, I'm going to go low B because I don't think he's much worse than a Rudy Gay. He's not much worse compared to a Tracy McGrady. The only difference is the badges, because he has the best SIGs. He's got a really good jump shot and the Pro 2 fade. Kevin McHale, I'm going to go B, a really good small forward. I also want to put Sean Kemp also in that B tier category, because I feel like these 2 small forwards are both great, and both were, I believe, from Tuesday drops, and they're great invincible cards. Sean Kemp is a great slashing card. They both have good jump shots. They both have pretty much the best SIGs in the game. They're just not going to be that Bob Pettit level at the small forward position, right? Those cards are a little bit better in the A tier category. Talking about 100 overall Wemby, I think he's still A because of his jump shot being extremely glitchy and one of the most uncontestable jump shots in the game. He has it on very quick now. He's still 7'4". He can play power forward like his invincible card. And yeah, maybe his SIGs aren't the best, but for what Wemby does on the floor, you don't really need this card to be able to move at a high level. So I don't think he's S tier like his invincible, but I do think 100 overall Wemby is one of the best cards in this entire game. Go D-Rob, going to be on that same ranking as Hakeem, on that same ranking as Shaq. These are really, really good power forwards in the game that are 100% top tier. I just don't think they're the upper echelon best cards in the game, like best cards. Luka Doncic and Clay, I feel like are both going to be in B. Both really good cards, and I think Clay and Tyrese Halliburton are basically the same card, both with that Michael Beasley jump shot, the Cameron Thomas base with the Colin Sexton upper, and Luka Doncic is kind of on that LaMelo Ball, Shea level at the point guard position. All very good point guards. Again, just not going to be the best point guards on my team. Like Nick Young. I think Nick Young is better just because if we take a look at this card, they gave him, I mean, just perfect stuff. He's 6'7" at point guard, 7-foot wingspan. He has all 40 legend badges. You take a look at his jump shot. He's got one of the best jump shots in the game, the best SIGs with the Pro 2 fade. So to me, he's a little bit better compared to like a GOAT MJ, a GOAT Tyrese Halliburton, an invincible Luka, an invincible LaMelo, an invincible Shea. He's just a little bit better at the point guard position, and I do feel like he's going to be an A tier. Blake Griffin, he's a good small forward card. I'm going to go C tier just because I'm not a huge fan of his jump shot. I would say Bull. I mean, because of his jump shot, he's going to be in D tier. Just not a huge fan of that card whatsoever. Taco Fall, going to go B. Now, I just don't think you can consider Taco to be an A tier card. Yes, his size is very good. He's 7'5" at center. He's got a 7'2", or he's 7'5" at center with an 8'2" wingspan. That is obviously extremely nice to have, and he's got a huge player build, and he's got a really good jump shot, but he's a little bit lackluster on the speed. He gets tired pretty quickly compared to a lot of the other top tier centers and big men in the game. So I got to go Taco Fall. And Rick Smith, I feel like they're both B tier cards. They're not as good as GOAT Shaq, GOAT Wilt, right? You know, invincible Zach Edey, 100 overall Wemby. They're just not better in my personal opinion, but they're very good. Both going to be in B tier. Goat Yao Ming, probably still the best card in the game. Him and Sean Bradley, I would say, are the 2 best cards alongside like Beasley and LeBron. So got to throw Yao Ming, of course, in the S tier category. Talking about GOAT Brandon Roy, this is another very good point guard. I would say he's either high B or low A. I'm going to go probably like somewhere in the high B tier category for GOAT B Roy. He's very good at the point guard position. 100 overall Yao, I think you have to throw him in A. He's a big body center, a little bit better than Taco and Rick Smith because of the 99 stats. Now, is his jump shot better than Rick Smith and better than Taco Fall? Maybe not, but I do value that speed a ton. And he's a little bit taller as well, being 7'6". Purvis Ellison, I mean, he's only a Galaxy Opal, but he is really good at small forward. I'm going to throw him probably in C tier. He's a good card. Oscar Robertson, I'm going to go B. He's not that great of a point guard in my opinion compared to the best point guards in the game, but I do think he's going to be in B tier. Invincible Ben Simmons, he's not one of the best point guards in the game, but he is at least A tier. He's 6'10" at point guard with a 7-foot wingspan. The defense and the size and the versatility and the switchability that Ben Simmons does provide on the defensive end is super valuable at point guard, and I think he's one of the best point guards in this game. Go Dr. J. I'm going to go either high A or low S. I'm going to go low S for Dr. J. Really like that card at the point guard position. Invincible Patrick Ewing, he's a good power forward. Going to throw him in B tier. I think Invincible Ralph Sampson has to be at least an A. Maybe you could consider him an S tier card. I think go Paulo Banchero, even though I'm not a huge fan of that jump shot with the Cameron Thomas base and the Oscar upper. I think you have to put Paulo Banchero at least in the A tier category. Brooke Lopez, he's good. He's going to be in B tier. Penny Hardaway, he's a little bit worse than Dr. J, but they're basically the same card. Gonna throw him in high A tier. Evan Mobley, really good at small forward. I don't know if he's A, but I do think he's probably at least B tier. He's a really good small forward defensively. Goat Giannis, I'm gonna go probably high A to low S. I don't think he's as good as Kevin Garnett or Dirk Nowitzki, so Giannis is going to be in high A. I think Chet could probably be low A. He's 7'1" at small forward. He's an amazing defender, but having that size, that defense, and that versatility is again extremely valuable in this game. And having Chet at small forward, I think he's an A tier card. The GOAT Dr. J, he's going to also be an A. He's the same as his point guard version, except that he can't play the point guard position. 100 overall Jimmy Butler. This is pretty much invincible Jimmy, and I would say Jimmy's probably going to be in like C to B tier. He's a really good card. Gonna throw him in low B. Amen Thompson, really good at point guard. He's gonna be at least in the B tier category. And then I would say Laura Markkanen is probably gonna be in C. So again, guys, I want to really preface and really mention the fact that all of these cards are top tier cards in this game. So yes, the cards in S are the best of the best in this game. The cards in A tier are very, very, very good. Some of the best cards in this game. Even B tier has elite cards. Even C tier has really good cards as well. The only tier that I would say the cards maybe aren't the best is going to be in the D tier category with Bol, Kawhi, and Kyrie Irving. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this tier list. Let me know what you guys would change down below, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.